Wagwan lads, welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020 and welcome back to YouTube Pro Cycling. The boys are finally back. It took us a pandemic to get back together, but we're finally there. Season 2 of YTC is now well and truly on its way. If you've missed the first and second episodes, then go ahead and check them out. They were uploaded respectively on Benji's and on Joe's channel. But today's episode will be the first World Tour race of the season with the UAE Tour. We'll also do the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad and Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. I'm absolutely hyped for this video, I won't lie, and for this series to come back. I needed a break for Williams or from Williams, so this series is the perfect thing, and I do hope you all will enjoy it as much as I will enjoy recording it. And without further ado, let's start this race and this episode in the United Arab Emirates. Now, if you haven't seen the first and second episode, you might be a bit thrown off as to the new kits, as we have indeed decided to change some of the kits. We therefore have Astana with this very nice blue kit with some buildings on it. Cofidis repping a new design as well. It's not the diamond one, but it is either way a very good kit. And here is our kit. Here is our kit. We do have the bikes, all right, unlike my two predecessors. And let's have them ready at 99. Biniam, all right, you ain't relaying. Caden Groves, you ain't relaying. Tobias Foss, 22nd. Sebastian Molyneux, I'll give you 10. Higuita, you'll get 17. Benjamin Thomas, you're gonna get 20. Actually, you get 22 because that's literally your own job. And Charles Planet, you'll get 24. But yeah, we're gonna start this time trial. I don't expect to see a lot of things from this race. Here's the AG2R Citroën kit for AG2R La Mondiale. We've got Vinny Zabu, who hasn't changed. Let me take a look at the start list actually. But we've got Ineos with Yates, Airship for Sunweb, and Evenepoel for De Koninck. Okay. All right, everyone's got a relatively good team. We've made transfers from both in real life and last year's save, so that's why some of the teams might be a bit funky. We now have the Trek Sigurfredo kit. We've got the BNB, which is one of my personal favorites. But I'll focus once again on our team, and I'll catch you at the intermediate. We're easily first at the first intermediate. However, Benjamin Thomas, Higuita are looking a bit doppied energy-wise, so we'll try and recover that in the second half of the race. As any other team started with a nice kit. Oh yes, of course, we've got Jumbo Versace. We're repping, I mean, yeah, Versace inspired kits. Some of these kits have been inspired by a guy called Stein. He did fancy brands with cycling collab, and it is one of the nicest collab we've seen, or I've seen on PCM at least. We've got the Mitchelton / Off-White, which is absolutely stupendous, and it matches very well with the Scott kit, or the Scott bikes, I guess. Let me just take a look at the finish for this race. We'll just have Biniam and Demelot relaying. Charles Planet, you can get dropped. I won't lie, it does mean nothing. I don't care. All right, Benjamin, you can get dropped as well. Don't care. At least as I've got 5 riders, which I will. I'll happily lose 2 guys for the sake of having a Guita in the first group across the line for YouTube Pro Cycling, and it is 20 seconds behind Cofidis. We here see the leaders at the first intermediate. Remco Evenepoel, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Remco Evenepoel and his Wolfpack with a new kit as well. I think Circus might rep a new kit, but I can't be exactly sure. I think so. I think there's some white on the previous kit. Sunweb Cervelo, which is a nice one. Movistar with Bape, which is a very, very decent kit. It's hard to like. I don't know how the NCs would work on that kit, but it's a really nice one. Arkea repping the black to raid fade that we gave up with YouTube Pro Cycling. Bardian is still with the ugly ass kit. EF with an inspired, with another kit. Could have gone with the Rafa one. Ineos with their actual kit, we decided not to change it. Israel with a new kit with a V shape, which is very nice. Bahrain, same kit. Bahrain victorious now after losing the sponsorship with McLaren. By the way, De Koninck has taken the lead in Al Udairiyat, sorry. Bora with a decent kit, not too fancy from the German established team. I mean, you would expect it, knowing that it's a German team. Alpecin Phoenix, which a kit I absolutely love. Like, genuinely one of the best kits made on this save. Stupendous work. David Amal Lotto making a comeback for Lotto Soudal. Lotto Soudal changing name. So I mean, big up. We're going with a full Belgian team. Nope, nope. Kamil Malek is there to ruin the party. His FDG with a new kit as well. Not the most fancy kit, but still a decent one. And that is all. That is all for the teams on the road and on the start list. Tukenak well and truly in the lead in Halou Riyadh, and unless Sunweb, nope, Sunweb can't beat them, Tukenak will win today's first race of the video. And Yannick Steimler is going to be the first leader of this UAE Tour. We come home 42 seconds behind the leaders, and same time as an Adam Yates, quite similar time to Bahrain and Ineos, so I'll happily take that performance. Also, the Ineos of Thomas Pitcock, as you remember, we might have lost him last year. And we are on the way for the first race of the season, the first road race, at least, of the season. Oh, and let's admire Caden Grove's new Australian jersey. You can't really see the gradient in the kit, but it is there. I can assure you of that. I'm pretty certain that Mr. Garmay has also his championship. Sergio Higuita doesn't. Now, does that mean Joe lost it? It might do. It might do. If so, I am officially removing his YouTube Pro Cycling privilege, and we are hiring a manager for next year. I'm gonna have an early dilemma here. Do I go for Milano for the sprint, or do I go for Caden Groves? Caden Groves is the better sprinter, and I feel like overall he's the best chance I have of bringing the points jersey home. But he's got a -3 and Milano has a +4. I think we're going to sprint for the Colombians today. Also, I'm going to protect Sergio Higuita or Benjamin Gamay. Let me take a look actually at the profile. Let me take a look at the profile. So hills, there is one mountain stage. So it would be better to privilege a man like Sergio Higuita. However, Gamay does have the... We'll see like regarding of the days, but I feel like for now Higuita and Gamay are my two co-leaders. Obviously, we sent Chalpan in the breakaway. Okay, wow. They just decided to stop for no apparent reason. Very nice, lads. Very, very nice. And with just under 15 kilometers left, the peloton is going to catch the breakaway Benjamin Planet. No, sorry, Benjamin Thomas leading the train for us. Tobias first in the wheel, then Benjamin Germay, Caden Groves, and Sebastian Molyneux. Higuita obviously in the wheel of our sprinter, because that's what I always do with my leaders. For those who don't know how I play, I usually play badly on PCM, so that's going to be a change from Benji Naesen. Is there any like sprinter train? Because I'm seeing like the sprinters in my wheel, a lot of them, the likes of Tennyson, Amaury Capio, Remco Evenepoel for some odd reason. But I'm not seeing any train to the letter of the word. So we may be the only team actually going for a train here, which could prove to be somewhat useful. Mühlberger Auroras, yeah, that's not a train. All right, let's use some of our gels. We all know that they make no difference on PCM, but at least it's there in it. 4K to go. Come on, Tobias first. Can I get my first win on my first stage? I don't consider time trial being a stage because that's not really like something you can do talent-wise. It's more of a team capacity win, I guess. I'm trying butters, by the way. But we move. Germay started the sprint. Caden Groves is in the wheel. There goes Caden. Can Milano do anything? There go. Come on, Sebastian. Come on. Mate. We started the season with a 1-2. Like, what else do you want? What else? Do you want wins? Call me. Man like Sebastian Molyneux ahead of Caden Groves. -3, and we still end up in second. That's big things. Big wins. Let's go. YouTube Recycling takes its first World Tour win of the season. And with Biniyam -2, we are well and truly going to go for Sergio Higuita as our leader on this UAE Tour. The choice is now made. The question is, can I get yet another dub like I did yesterday? I think Tobias first had done well last year on the UAE Tour. I can't remember where he finished, but I'll have to take a look on last year's video. I know he did well. He always does well in early season. He's got a +2. He's going to be able to help our lad Sergio Higuita. In the meantime, Breakaway is going to go. I don't really mind. Germay obviously will be able to provide help as well. We may be in a good chance. I'm usually not bad on UAE Tour. Only the mountain stage is where I usually like completely choke. But usually Jebel Hafeet is not a place where I'm bad. And now that I've said that, I'll most likely finish 31st. And we're on the way. We've started the Jebel Hafeet, 10 kilometers until the summit of one of the most famous climbs in the Middle East, with the Green Mountain in Oman, which is actually extremely close from Jebel Hafeet. Jebel Hafeet being basically the border with Oman. That's some geography knowledge if you didn't have that. Because yeah, Blackwar channel is also an educating channel. We educate the masses. That's what I do. But Sergio Higuita is being protected by Tobias Foss, as Larry Warbus is currently pacing the rider for EF. I don't know if he's actually moved to EF in real life. I'm pretty sure he's still at Verge2R. But again, we move, right? We've had to make a lot of changes to make this save work. What'd you done? Sorry. Yates, Amador, Buchmann, Pitcock, Dunbar, Dan Martinez, Pitcock, and Richie Port. I feel like you might have gone overkill. I could be wrong. I feel like you might have gone slightly overkill. Right, and unlike John Travolta, Binyam Girmay is not having the time of his life. That's a Greece reference. Hi, I'm Blackwar from the future. I have chatted absolute bollocks. It's Dirty Dancing, not Greece. Tobias Foss is dead. Hopefully he's not going to block Sergio Higuita. He should be able not to do so. Girmay has been able to provide 0% of help. Like, genuinely nothing. Yates and Richie Port are still doing quite well, which kind of like pisses me off, if I'm going to be honest, because I felt like I had the energy to do something in this stage. But it looks like we are going to take an L to one of these 6 guys. Mikel Landa looks quite good. Okay, they've all started sprinting. I sprinted too early with Sergio Higuita, but at least I'll be able to bridge the first group, at least, so I hope. Landa, Port, Dan Martin. The winner is going to be the Spaniard, Mikel Landa, just out of Port, Dan Martin. Yates, Sergio Higuita, Marc Hirschi, and then the likes of Romain Bardet in 8th position. Should have done better. Should have done better here. I should have tried and follow the first move, but I didn't want to use too much energy early on, and that's probably what cost me. Binyam Girmay finishing in 15th place. He's not too far down, which is not bad. Right, they give 13 seconds to Higuita and 25 on the peloton. Alright, we're on the way for this stage number 4. Shouldn't create any gaps. The finish in Hatadam being extremely steep, but not long enough to create any kind of damage. However, there could be a few echelons being done, or a few groups, sorry, being done in the hills prior to the climb, mainly the 110 kilometers before the end. So we'll have to be very careful with that, especially with Higuita on a -2. However, with Binyam Girmay on a 0, I do believe we may have our favorite for today's win. Right, we've started this false flat that precedes the main difficulty, I guess, of this end of the race. Sure, there's the Hatadam, but as I said, no gaps can be made. However, with the correct rhythm and the correct timing, gaps can well and truly be made on this little hill right there that you can see just up the road. Benjamin Thomas will be the one chasing or leading the group. We'll get Plan in the Will of Molano. Molano is just here to like make up the numbers. Who's my wheel? Matteo Trentin is quite good. That's a shame. If I had been like someone not good, I most likely would have like attacked with Benjamin Thomas. Just to see. Have we managed to create any gaps? That's the question. Yep, with Caden Groves. That's good. That's exactly what I was looking for when I made this move. But we got 8k, so we're going to drag this until the end. But I know, as I said, in the Will of Girmay, I do genuinely believe that Sebastian can have the legs to try and get the win. Although I'm backing Binyam a bit more. Oh, and we got gaps. We do got gaps. There we go. That's what I figured. I knew how it would happen. I knew that would happen. I'm a bit of a genius in the whole gap kind of thing, innit? And I'm not talking about the streetswear brand, because that is not a dub. That just really isn't. Higuita will take the Will of Benjamin Thomas. Benjamin Thomas going for a second relay. Let's go, lad. Let's use the gels. Now, I need to drag this as long as I can and attack on the right-hander. Are they going to come back? No. That's good for me. Higuita, the thing is, if I drop him right now, he might lose... I don't think he'll lose a few seconds. Let's see. He's got time. Come on, let's go, Binyam. You got the legs. You've got track position, leg position. I mean, again, dubs. Dub season. Right, I might not be the Warriors, but we're in Dub Town. 1 and 2, once again for YTC. Binyam Girmay ahead of Sebastian Molyneux. Marc Hirschi and the new leader of the race, Daniel Martin. And an 8-second gap as well for Binyam. Lovely. He jumps into 10th place of the GC. Lovely. Molyneux gets the green jersey. Lovely. Stage number 5 of this UAE tour between Sharjah and Khor is going to be a sprint stage where Sebastian Molyneux is going to be able to flex his leg as a leader man because Caden Groves has a +3 today. So we'll have both sprinters on a +3 minimum day, which is great. Yeah, I'm loving life. Molyneux can be able to preserve his green jersey as well if I don't do anything too dumb. Which I mean, well and truly could happen. As I mean, at the end of the day, it's me, so dumb things and me like go together quite well. But I'll attempt my best to try and maintain the green jersey on Molyneux's shoulders and get the dub on either his or Caden Groves. It really is a shame that there has been no wind during the entirety of this UAE tour. I mean, sure, I get it, right? Sharjah and Khor aren't exactly seaside towns. I mean, at least I know Sharjah isn't. Sharjah, my bad. I know Sharjah isn't one. I'm not sure about Khor but it would have been great to like create or try at least to create echelons. I know it's not the easiest thing to do on PCM this year, but it is somewhat possible if you like do it well. And I wished I could have done that this year. However, we are in the little hill just before the final sprint. So we're going to pace as per usual with Tobias first, make sure that Benjamin Thomas can take the relay somewhat well. Tobias get dropped behind Higuita. Perfect. Can we go for a third win on these UAE roads? That would be absolutely incredible, wouldn't it? Benjamin Thomas is going to use his gel. Caden Groves lost a bit more energy than Sebastian Molyneux, which is the exact opposite of the word ideal. Let's make sure that Benjamin doesn't block anyone. Thank you very much, Bossman. All right, 2.6k. There goes Guillemay. Caden is losing a few meters already, which I'm really not liking. Molyneux, Groves, Higuita still somewhat there, but there is no point trying to defeat Caden Groves as he wins ahead of Giacomo Nizzolo and Stefan Besega, one of the heroes of T-Mobile, if I'm correct. Might be wrong. Shameless plug for Joe's channel. Hopefully he's done the same for Williams. But Caden Groves takes the win. That's 3 dubs out of 5 on this UAE tour. Technically 3 out of 4 when being the time trial. And we're on the way for the Queen stage of this UAE tour between Adman and the Jebel Jace. +2 on Sergio Higuita today, which is absolutely brilliant. A +1 on Binyam Girmay. And a -2 on Tobias for sadly to help our leaders on today's stage. It's going to be an absolute battle of the fittest. It's going to be survival of the fittest, actually. Jebel Jace is not a climb I like on PCM. I mean, like, I do enjoy Jebel Hafeet, and I did poorly on it, we'll say. So I kind of want to redeem myself. I know I've been able to win here, but I usually win with like good riders, and although Higuita is one very solid leader, I don't know if he's got what it takes to defeat the likes of Yates or the likes of Mikel Landa today in the Middle East. Also, can we just talk about the stats from Benjamin Thomas real quick? Because right now with a +2, my guy is literally 70 everything except for cobbles and recovery, but who cares about recovery on a one-week race? This man can win on a lot of terrains if he's on a good day. Alright, I've just double checked our planning or planner, I guess, for the Grand Tours, and I will indeed have Benjamin Thomas on the Tour de France. So that is perfect. I feel like I can get at least a win on the tour. Hopefully, I can try to make him a bit like my Luis Leon Sanchez, sorry, from last year. If you remember on the Vuelta, getting 2 stage wins and wearing the red jersey there. It's going to be a bit tougher because the Tour de France has bigger competition, but you never know. Also, my water bottles are blinking. I'm getting a lot of riders thirsty, and I feel like I'm a Benji Naesen video right now. And we've started the Jebel Jace. Now I'm going to protect Higuita. I'm going to protect Binyam Germay, and I'm going to have both of them at the front of the peloton. I usually know how this race goes. I'm going to explain it, and then the game will prove me wrong. But the rhythm is quite heavy until like the 10th or 9th kilometer, or I mean, until there's 9 or 10k. And then the leaders attack, and then we're done. That's usually how it works. I feel like Ineos are trying to pull the same thing as I've just mentioned, We're going to try and catch the breakaway first, but we should be doing that quite easily. Breakaway with good riders, though. The likes of Tanel Kangad, Sergio Samitier, Dorian Godon, Kevin Rivera, Jose Herrera, or Jesus Herrera, actually, and Quentin Pache. But yeah, the peloton is having none of it. A peloton of Ineos. That Ineos team is honestly so good. There we go, 8 kilometers to go, and as I had expected, the leaders have attacked. Sepkus is the one going for Jumbo-Visma. Now, the leader of the race is Dan Martin. He doesn't have the greatest of teams around him. I don't know if Chris Froome is there. I don't think he is, but if I take a look at Israel Startup Nation, no, he basically has Demarque, who's not dead yet, which is surprising. Ben Hermans, who's also not dead, but doesn't look like he can do a lot of things. Higuita is doing well. We are going to catch Biniam Girmay, which is great. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, not Girmay, so we're going to catch Sepkus. But I didn't expect Richie Paul to attack. Okay. Okay. I'm going to like have a steady rhythm. Oh, Remco. Remco doesn't look to be in the greatest of days. Unlike a certain Richie Port. Right, I've let Mikel Landa do the work here. I think that's Mikel Landa. Yeah, it is. Mikel Landa did a bit of work for us here, trying to bring everyone back on Richie Port, which he's done with success. Sepkus is still there, so Jakob Fulsang. Higuita, though, is in a good condition. I still have energy. I'm going to use the gel, and we'll see what happens. I don't want to attack too early. Sorry if there was a little screen glitch for a second. I don't want to attack too early, though. But I kind of need to create gaps if I want to do anything here in this race. Dan Martin well entrenched in my wheel. We're going to increase the rhythm even more and now start the sprint. Who can follow? Not anyone can, that's for sure. Higuita is going to carry the energy until the line, which is great. Landa comes up in second, then Valverde, then Richie Port, Romain Bardet, Fulsang, Hamilton, Izagirre. Jesus Christ, Groschartner came back quickly, you know. Dan Martin losing the GC, that's for sure. And Sepkus Vantamadas. The question is, have I done enough to beat Mikel Landa? +4, that's 15. 15 seconds on Landa. I don't think I could have done anything differently here. I think I played well. The fact that I literally used all of my energy as I crossed the line means that I didn't play too badly. I did what I could. Landa was just strong enough to hold on for a 10-second lead over Sergio Higuita. I mean, it's still second place. It's not bad. All right, final race in UAE. Now I have a bit of a plan. Now, hear me out. What if I was to win with Higuita today? I know, right? It sounds completely mental, and I'm already seeing all of you typing in the comments like, Blackwar, you're so dumb. You'll never do it. Well, I mean, you're most likely right. But then again, I've got nothing to lose, do I? Like, it's the second place of the GC. There's no way I'm getting dropped. There's no way Richie Port wins the stage by 24 seconds, or at least 14 in this case. So, why not attempt it? If anything, I'll win the sprint with Molano or Caden. I've got the green jersey already on my shoulders. I just need to finish ahead of Mark Hershey with either one of my sprinters and I'll be fine. So why not try with Higuita? Alright, final 13 kilometers of this UAE Tour. Charles Planet is going to catch the rest of the breakaway, starting with Jan Bakelons and ending with Luca Wackerman, the Italian last breakaway rider of this United Arab Emirates Tour. With 11k to go, we have a train of Charles Planet, Benjamin Thomas, Biniam Girmay, Sebastian Molano, Caden Groves, and Sergio Higuita. Michael Matthews is in the wheel of Caden Groves. Gerber Tyson with a very decent 77 in sprint, Jesus Christ, is also there. Not seeing any signs of Mikel Landa, but that's, I mean, to be expected. I don't think he's going to be able to win a mass sprint ever in his life, if I'm going to be honest. But if I remember correctly, there's like a right-hander with a slight hill. This is where I need to like make my move. Or this is like where I need to sprint with my train, I think. So we'll see how that goes. The fact that Michael Matthews is in my wheel isn't exactly something I'm really keen on, but we'll have to work with it either way. Don't block him. Thank you, Charles. Very cool. 3.9k. For now, we've led the train like as well as I can. Like genuinely, I don't think I've made a single mistake with my train yet. I'm gonna start a bit later than the others to try and prevent Higuita from losing any kind of energy. Come on, son. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Sergio? Sergio? Oh, it's gonna be third. It's gonna be third. Gerber Tyson takes the win ahead of Trentin and Higuita. Ah, fuck, man. Leaves Gerber Tyson to take his first ever win with David Tamon Lotto. That's a real blast from the past there. Trentin in second with Higuita in third. It's still a podium, right, against some very decent sprinters. And had I wanted to go for the stage wins, sorry, with Caden, I would have been able to do so. But we're gonna fall short 6 little seconds behind Mikel Landa. SNL, but remember that stage on the Hatadam where I went for Biniam? Had I gone for Higuita, I probably would have been able to win the GC. I still think second is not too bad. Landa also gets the best climber jersey. Higuita is going to take the points. Obviously, he was wearing it today, and Trentin was nowhere near the Colombian. Higuita will also be the best young rider ahead of Markash and Biniam Girmay, and the best team I believe is the Konank. Nope, it's Sunweb. We end up fourth in the team classification. I don't think I could have done anything better on this UAE tour. I think going for Biniam was the correct shout in Hatadam. Yeah, you know what? The one stage where I kind of like choked is Jebel Hafeet. I needed to be in that first group with Higuita, and I didn't, and that costed my downfall. That cost my downfall? Yeah, that cost my downfall. It's still, as I said, second in the GC is not too bad behind Mikel Landa, sorry. Richie was in third. There was some decent competition, and I think the boys will be pleased with second. If not, I mean, I don't care. But we've got 2 more races in this episode. Both of them take place in Belgium. Omloop and Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. Let's go. Well, what a glorious day at the office for the lads. Incredible. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. We get to admire the Norwegian kit of Edvald Boassenhagen in this Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. We've got Magnus Cort Nielsen already at the front. But with a +2 today, Heinrich Hausler is going to be my leader unless it comes to a sprint, in which case it will be David Decker on a 0 today. Not having the greatest of days, but not the worst either. So we'll see what happens. We might send someone in the breakaway as well at the middle point of the stage, trying to get, I don't know, like a stand de Wulf. Or actually Magnus Cort. I think Magnus Cort would be too hard to get. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send Tao Zhao in the breakaway to get our Chinese lad in the break, get some exposure time for all the Chinese sponsors. Xiaomi and Huawei, all of that. Wait, no. Is Huawei Chinese? It is, right? And Xiaomi is the VTech. I can't remember, but I think they are. If they're not, don't worry. Well, I'm not gonna lie. The peloton has not been keen on having a breakaway at all. Jente Beermans, Albert Torres, and I think that was Tom Laser, have been pacing since the start of the race, trying to chase us down. And I'm not I'm not being funny or exaggerating or anything. It literally is what happened, and that means that the breakaway is absolutely knackered. Zhao is the only one remaining with energy. I'm quite curious to understand like all of the moves. A few riders crashed. The likes of Jakub Mareshko and Guillaume Boivin, I think Quinn Simons, yeah, and 2 other guys, and Angulo from Euskaltel, already not on his favorite turf. He crashed before the cobbles even happened, so this lad is going to have a absolute stonker of the day at the office. And with Tao Zhao up, we decided to send none other than Captain Price in the breakaway. Price Peterson or Peterson, I don't know. I'm just going to call him Captain Price. I won't lie. Anytime I refer to someone as Captain, it's for him. Sean Bassett maybe going for a move. Peloton seems to be keen on letting the rider from Rally go in the break. I'm happy with that. Now, on a real though, like, someone needs to explain to me, why is it that hard to go on the breakaway on the fucking Omloop Het Nieuwsblad? Like, why? Alright, what do you mean? Why? What is the point? Like, the fact that movies is Garza Cortina here? No. They're literally pacing for 64 sprint Johan Jacobs. Oh my god. And David Decker just got a puncture at the worst possible moment, which is where the peloton decided to attack. All right, unless they catch the breakaway, or yeah, okay, yeah. Just like catch the breakaway and don't make a move, please. All right, lads, let's have a truce. No one makes a move. Actually, I'm just gonna like act as a window wiper with Magnus Cord, blocking every kind of move. Definitely isn't effective, but all right, I'll take that. We're in the Steinberg, I think for the only time today, but looks of it, the answer is yes. De Wulf pacing at the front. I don't want to like pace too hard because I feel like I'm gonna kill Tao, but Tao's already dead, so I might as well pace. Try to get a gap and have a smaller group so I can get water with Mr. Boissenhagen. Perfect. There we go. 23 riders. That'll work. We're gonna have the Molenberg as soon as we take this right-hander. Ryan Mullen trying to anticipate to move. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I lose the Cobble Classic to Ryan Mullen, then my PCM career really has gone downhill. Like, really downhill. I'm not losing to Ryan Mullen. It's just unfathomable. Penultimate Cobble sector of the day. The Langemunter. We're pacing. We're going to score 90 to make sure that no one can make moves. Maybe to try and drop a few guys. There we go. Boasnagen and Standewulf. That's great. Sasha Modelo is still to be fair. Yeah, he's a good sprinter. As long as David Decker holds on, then I'm sorted. And he has. Jens Kukola with a move at the front. I'm trying to see if I can follow that or at least come back. But right now, I'm not gonna lie. Energy is not something I crave on. I'm gonna have to drop Hausler's hopes of a win. I think. Do I really want to do that? No. I'm sorry. I'm probably like binning the win right now, but I really want to win with Magnus with Heinrich. All right, we're gonna switch play. It's fine. Even if I lose with Heinrich, at least I'll have tried to win with Heinrich. Obviously, he is a fan favorite and a DS favorite following his interview. Attacks from Roger Kluge. Mad. You'd expect him to wait for the sprint or something. That's a good attack as well because Johan Jacobs does not wish to follow him. Thank you very much, Johan. Very cool of you. Nice. I mean, it's very Switzerlandy not to like get into any conflicts. But I don't know. It would have been nicer if you hadn't done that, for example. Lorenz de Plus also trying to chase down the German rider of David Amon Lotto, getting his youngs of when he was getting the legs of when he was still young, back when David Tamon Lotto was actually a thing. Can we actually come back on the German? Jens Kukola has started the sprint. We're going to try and do the same as well. With Vandenberg and my wheel, I don't expect him to come back. I expect maybe someone like Modolo to do so, or Pasqualon. And it's going to be Pasqualon ahead of Modolo. Can we at least clinch third? We narrowly miss out on third. Baptiste Plancart getting that final step on the podium. Maybe if I had launched a tad after that, I would have been able to get third. I don't know. Well, looks like the riders enjoyed the sun of the UAE a bit more than the can we call that a sun? I don't know. Can we? I mean, hold up. I can't zoom out. There we go. I guess so. You can call it sunny, but it's not exactly the heat we had back on the UAE. Therefore, none of my riders are having a good day. However, Caden and Molano both repair the -1 today. We'll see what they can do. First appearance for Eugeni Bugalo, at least on the channel. Ben Swift wearing the UK jersey, which will have to be fixed, by the way. Also, another kit you haven't seen, at least on the channel, the Total Direct Energy one, which slightly changed. I think that's all the kits, basically, that we've changed this year. Who the fuck are you, then? Sapura Cycling. But yeah, I think you've seen every single kit change ahead of this 2021 season. And yeah, let's try to get the win today with either Caden or Molano or Heinrich Hausler, but that is extremely unlikely. Alright, this is why I need to be extremely careful. Kreuzberg. The breakaway will obviously pace. Breakaway with Remy God as a part of it. Tao should be fine when it comes to the pace in the breakaway, although them lot are pacing 85 right now. Alright, I'm sorry, but Dries van Melsel, Dries van Melsen, it's time to stop. Nah, I'm scared about Molyneux and Caden Groves in this climb. Obviously, as they have no ability to go over a single hill, let alone a cobbled one. So yeah, that's gonna be funny. Oh, and after that we've got the Uduk Farmel. Well then, we're gonna try and win with the Heinrich Hausler today, aren't we? Salvatore Puccio, why are you pacing 87 in the Uduk Farmel? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Genuinely, right? Who do you think you are to go to them kind of length? Also, Uduk Farmel started on the peloton's end. If Sebastian and or Caden don't make it, Heinrich, mate, I need you. Heinrich is slightly dropped. Jesus Christ, what's that group? I'm sorry, a group with Christoph Pfingsten made it, but not Heinrich Hausler. Well then. Edval can bring Molano in the group Hausler. The question is, can Hausler get brought back in the first group? I don't know. I don't know. Is there another cobble climb, or is that just a liquid hill? It's just a liquid hill. Tao will be able to stay at the front. Let's go. Alright. We're gonna go on the Nokkerabag, or I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all the cobbles done. That was quite quick. We've got no cobbles anymore on this Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne, and we've got 55 kilometers left. Now, Bugalo has been trying to come back on the first group with Sebastian Molyneux. We're quite close from doing it, but we're not exactly there. Lorenz de Plus is the one trying to bring everyone back here. Come on, Sebastian, mate. If you could get that, I would be genuinely superb. Right. Right. This game is taking the piss. I did everything to bring back Molyneux and my guy punctures. I do not like this video game. Right, Molyneux's finished. Caden Grove is finished. Good. Well, no, exactly. Actually, the exact opposite of good. So bad. Very bad. Breakaway co-op, and immediately we've got some attacks. Philippe Gilbert is the first one to make one. I'm sorry, Matteo Moschetti. Matteo Moschetti is accelerating with Tim Merlier in his wheel. I'm gonna need a big rundown of your current plan, lads. Because right now I don't see it. Right now I really do not see it. I made the mistake of going for Hausler on the Omloop. I won't be making the same mistake today. In Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne, there is no breakaways anymore. However, there is an attack from Dylan van Baarle. Right, Bensuf got blocked. So we're going for Heinrich Hausler. Great. No, Heinrich, I told you. I'm sorry, Heinrich, I told you to take the wheel of Evaldas Iskevicius. What are you doing? You got 70 acceleration. He's got 67. How has he dropped you then? Explain to me the mathematics. All right, let me take the lead for a sec here in this corner, as I don't expect the sprinters. Is that Pedersen in my wheel? Mats Pedersen has 80 sprint. Aha, I see. Big nut stonks. Nice take of Ben Swift. Come on, Heinrich. Come on. Yeah, no, it's done. It's finished. It's finished. He has no acceleration, and I've sprinted way too late. Mats Pedersen wins ahead of Mike Tennyson and Edward Tuns. It's a 1 and 3 for Trek. It's a 7th place for YTC. I mean, again, you know me, right? I bring W's where I can. The cobbles, well, I can't. So, at least you got 2 top 10s with Heinrich Hausler. And the one rider I could have potentially won today, which was Sebastian Molyneux, decided to get a puncture. So obviously, right, the game is against me today. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. You get 7th with Hausler. I could have beaten a few of the sprinters there, but I think I should have sprinted like on the left hander. I probably would have been overtaken way easily, sorry, by Mats, but it's I probably would have been top 5 finish, or at least closer. But again, cobbles aren't my thing, and a sprint with a 70 sprint guy when the only move I wanted to do was to follow Valdas Iskevicius, and even that I couldn't do, clearly showed that I'm still lacking when it comes to the cobbles. However, this is going to be the end of this episode of YTC, the first one of Season 2 on my channel. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then destroy me that like button. If you're new on here and come from either Joe or Benji's channel, or just found this save in this career mode, then please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That would mean a lot to me. I'm still trying to reach 2,000 subscribers come the end of 2020, so we've got a month to do so, and it would mean a lot if you lot would be able to provide me with that number. That'd be big. But yeah, as I said, I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. For episode number 3, it will be on Benji's channel on Sunday, I believe. I cannot give you the correct time yet, but it is on Sunday. And yeah, I'll see you, in the words of Snoop Dogg, Nate Russ, and Dr. Dre, in the next episode. My name has been Blackwar, and sayonara.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with the bag. Snapping with a phone and dab. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster.